Hello, 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 hello. How are we? Let me move my mic. Hang on. How are we doing? Hello, Pro Gaming. Welcome. Today you join me at Oconee Island Municipal Airport. The server should be on the stream title. If not, yes it is. Actually, yes it is. Okay, so what have we got planned today? Well, the same thing as normal. It's very, very good to be back. It has been such a long time since I made a stream in this style with the mic. We lost I lost all the streaming presets. So I obviously had to end up making my own, which isn't a bad thing, I suppose, but you'll have seen it. Anyway, I've got a cup of Yorkshire's finest. It is currently 1443 on Friday the 8th of August. Welcome everybody to Oconee Municipal Airport in the world of Aeronautica, and it looks like I can finally take off my night vision. Now let's see what we have here already. We have... what airline is that? That's cool. That looks like a 737. Now, it has been a very long time. I believe my last stream was like 9 months ago, I think. Or my last stream like this with the mic was 9 months ago. So you'll have to bear with me. I'm not going to be top of the range, and I do have a bit of a cold coming, I think. Anyway, let's just jump straight into it. So, is there anything... Hello? Go away. Is there anything on the old radar? It does look like there is... something's just happened. What's just disappeared? Oh, hello. Okay, so that... that 737 has just spawned in there. That looks cool. That's not 737, is it? Yes, it is. It is a 737. What 737 are you? What is that? I can't see. That's a P8. That's a P8? Or is that the P8? Which one's the P8? I'm assuming they're all the P8. Okay, well, I shall take your word for it. That P8 looks like it's taxiing to runway 05 here at Oconee. I believe that's 05. Is it 05 or is it 05? It is indeed 05. So runway 05 here at Oconee for departures, and oh, they're both P8s. Ah, okay. So you got two P8s here at Oconee. Yes, ladies and gents, please, if at all possible, runway 05 for departure and arrival, just because that's where my little dude is facing. Not a lot else is happening here other than the two P8 Poseidon aircraft. Excuse me, P8 taxiing now, it looks like, to the departure runway here at Oconee. There doesn't look like there's much else in the way of traffic coming into Oconee, but that is no matter. How is the sound? So unfortunate that I won't be able to make it. I'm on vacation. Well, Coffee, that is not a problem. I will be streaming the same time next week, and maybe even more because I'm on leave from work now. I'm taking a holiday myself, just in the UK. So yeah, P8 Poseidon aircraft outbound. It looks from runway 05 at Oconee, followed by that second P8 Poseidon there. I don't know what Metria. Is that what it is, Metria? What's that one there? It did say something on the side. Damn, that looks good. Nice. Very, very nice indeed. How is the sound's pretty fine. Can you hear the in-game audio? Can you hear the jet engines or not really? Yeah, P8 Poseidon lining up runway 05 at Ocon using the full length of the runway, it seems. Just at the turn-in mark on runway 05 now. That second P8 Poseidon is taxiing. And rolling on the P8 now. Bit of a slow roll from that P8 there. I don't know if that's just my latency problems. Very, very nice centre line there from the P8. And a beautiful roll. And... oh, absolutely gorgeous. Good job there from the P8. Very, very nice job. Very nice. A solid 9.5 out of 10, I think. Very, very nice. Now that second P8 Poseidon is coming up to the holding point on the runway. That's a gear up from that original P8 Poseidon there, and a turning outbound towards Clarence. Okay, so anything else coming in? Nope, just the two P8s there. That's the outbound P8 further above.
Battery low.
Hello. My battery's about to die. Give me a second.
Battery low.
Yes, I know. Oh, speakers, ladies and gentlemen. Bluetooth speakers. Don't fucking get them.
Battery low.
Yes, I know. Keep your head
Power
on.
off.
Yes, I know. Boom. Right. Have to turn that off. And then turn it back on. Like that. Lovely jubbly. Okay, you'll hear a lot of speaking from this Bluetooth speaker. Guardian units of Nations.
Bluetooth connection successful.
P8 Poseidon there. Crossing the runway threshold and outbound on runway 05 here at... excuse me, at Ocon. Taking a little wide berth there. Very nice. Anything coming in behind me? Negative. Okay, so we'll just stick with this P8. Indy, it has been a very long time. How are you? I should have looked at the other chap's name. My mistake, I do apologise. But welcome back, November 28. Romeo, Quebec, was that? I missed that. Well, welcome back, Indy. Another welcomed guest. And rolling on that P8 Poseidon now. Are they Sidewinders? Are they Meteors? Damn. An absolutely gorgeous centerline there from Indy coming in with the P8 Poseidon. A very nice roll there. AOA. Very nice. Gorgeous. Good job, Indy. Good job. We have... what in God's holy name is that? What are you? That looks badass. I don't quite know what that is, but that P8 Poseidon is outbound now, keeping runway heading until he rolls out towards Clarence. Also, that Phoenix Aviation, how are you? What have we got here? We've got a lot of these. Where are these? What are these? What are they? Is that a new thing? Any aircraft is allowed. How you going, Sebastian? I would rather you stick with, you know, your sort of fighter jets or regional airliners like the A320, 321, 737, 757s. I can go, but realistically, nothing bigger than sort of a 757 if possible. But by all means, Bring whatever you fancy, whatever you want. I am not judging here. So what? Can somebody tell me what these are? What is it? Hecker ESF-17 X-Ray Overseer Strigan. Very, very nice. Senior moderator aircraft based on an Ace combat plane. Ah. That the P8 Poseidon there outbound. Anything inbound? No. Very, very nice. Very, very nice senior moderator aircraft there. Very, very sleek. Very nice fighter jet. I believe they're going out in a flight of 2 onto runway 05. With some very nice thrust vectoring fins there. Oh yeah, defo flight 2. Go on then, chaps. Give it your best shot. There's full afterburner from left 1. Rolling on both aircraft now. Full afterburners from both at runway 05 at Ocon. Taking off in tandem. Very nice pull up there. Oh, gorgeous squadron flight there. Very good job, chaps. Very good. And going inverted on both aircraft now. We're about to get a very nice air show from these aircraft, I would imagine. If I can get my mouse to face upwards. Both aircraft now outbound runway 05 at Ocon. Where are they off to? Of course, they don't appear on radar. On my way with something a bit bigger than a 757, but I'm sure it's all fine by all means. Is that the whistle? Yeah, by all means, Sebastian, come on board, whatever you fancy. We're about to get a flyby from the Strigan now, I think, or is that going away? No, that's coming towards me. Inbound Strigan. Where's the other one? Very nice low and slow overpass. He says. Are you going over? That's not VTOL, is it? No, yeah, you're going over. Nice. The 2 Hecats are going to the OSS. Okay, very nice indeed. What have we got over here? Not fucking a lot. Anything coming in? No. Is that a... What the fuck is that? Okay. That's a bit bizarre. Are these... What has happened in Aeronautica in 9 months? So much stuff has been added. Ah, there we go. Somebody doing their ground training. New York Police Department. In the Ford Transit. We've also got a couple of things happening over there. I don't know if they're AI or not. They might be AI. Herberder. Coming in the transit. What in God's name? Well, everyone at Clarence is dead. I can't actually see, so we'll stick this on for now. Nuke Gaming, yeah, no kidding. So what is this? Tupolev Tu-156. Okay. We'll wait for this Tupolev to head off, and then we will get in our aircraft and head elsewhere. Where should we go? Where should we plane spot next? It's up to you guys. Joint Strategic Space Command. Over the runway threshold for the, what was it? Tupolev 159, was it? Or 195? Oh, a little bit over the centre line there. 156. That 156 now lined up. Rolling on the 156. Sebastian is coming in. Anything coming in for now? No. Very nice rotation there from the 156. Very, very nice indeed. And off it goes. We have a Vauxhall Astra, or an Opel Astra, approaching runway 05 now. Street Race Gaming. Yeah, I'm too big, can't take jobs there. Yeah, fair enough. What were you in? Whatever. Okay. Rolling now on the Vauxhall Astra, runway 05 here at Ocon. A very slow roll from the Vauxhall Astra there. Oh, it seems like, okay, so may have had an emergency here at Ocon. The Vauxhall Astra has just had to abort its takeoff here at Ocon. He is now proceeding back to the gate to disembark his passengers and take his vehicle back to maintenance. So something is coming in here. 767? No, that's going to Clarence. That's going to Clarence as well. Kirov, don't know where that's going. Poor Vauxhall, yeah, I know. Oh, it looks like he may have fixed his issues. He's proceeding straight back onto the runway now to resume his takeoff roll. Rolling on the Vauxhall. A very long takeoff roll from the Vauxhall there. I'm being flashed currently. Oh, I hear something. Ah, there is the T144 or 244. No, it was the 144. I need to have courage in my convictions. Okay, 144 inbound runway 05 at Ocon. Very, very nice wingtip wake there. You're coming in very, very fast there, Mr. 144. Whoop, and a go around from the 144. Definitely required. That Vauxhall's proceeding over the runway now into the grass. A gear up and a nose up from the 144. Anything else coming in? No. 144 coming back around to try again for runway 05. What was that? Oh, that was one of the... what in God's holy name is that? Okay, well, I'm going to ignore that very violent looking airship for now as we watch the 144 make a very, very, very low approach to Ocon. Over the runway threshold, there we go. Very, very nice indeed. Full reverse thrust. Parachute would be deployed at this point. Full brakes. And I don't know if you're going to be able to stop before you get to the other end of the runway. No, looks like you're going over. Yes, unfortunately, the TU-144 has gone over the funny S-mod vehicle. What the fuck? The Kirov. It's quite bizarre. Funky though. That 144 is now over the other side of the runway, followed in tow by the Vauxhall Astra there. Oh, she's a picture. Damn. The 144 heading back now. Ah, we have an F-15 active over there. An inbound from the Strigan. Never mind. That F-15 active, just not giving at all here at Ocon. The 144 proceeding back into the stands, followed by the Astra there. So nothing coming back in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to leave it to you guys. Where should we go next? Where should we fly my plane to next? Completely up to you guys. What is that over there? Ah, the flying tank. Clarence. Okay, we can go to Clarence if you so wish. We can defo go to Clarence. So we'll wait for this 144. I believe you're heading off, I'm guessing. Anything coming in behind me? Don't know if you're taking off, but we'll wait for this 144 to resume. Are you coming in or are you going out? I'm going to land at Ocean Stealth. Oh, I'm going to land at Clarence now. Yeah, Clarence. Cool. We'll head off Clarence then. Bit of a hard landing from that Strigan there, but a solid 6 out of 10, I reckon. The 144 taking any available runway and shoving it into its pocket currently. to make sure that he gets off before the end of the runway, followed very closely by the flying tank. 144 rolling on runway 05 at Oconee. Still rolling on the 144. Solid rotation from the 144. Very, very nice. Bit of a high rotation. Everyone that was at the front of the aircraft is now firmly inserted at the rear of the aircraft. And a roll away to clearance. The flying tank staring me down currently. But what we'll do is we'll hop into the Embraer and we'll make our way to Clarence. So I shall see you when I am seated. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in the E190, the Embraer E190 aircraft in my very fancy, very lovely House of Warfare official livery, which will be changing because all the channels have merged into this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to cross-check, we're going to look at the map. We're going to find the best route, find which runway we want to land on. Has a new runway been added at Clarence? These weren't there before, were they? No, they weren't. Right, so we need... that would be 24 left and 24 right. So we need 24 left. Oh, I lied. 6 right. So we need runway 6 right. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave Oconee runway 05. We're going to go outbound. Immediate left-hand turn. And then we're going to... Clarence got remodeled. Yeah, no kidding. We're going to proceed left. We're going to go a full 360, or well, we're going to go a full 180, and then we're going to meet the glide slope / ILS into runway 06 right at Clarence International, including Ocon. Was Ocon remodeled? Oh yeah. I really should start paying attention to these things, eh? So what we're going to do is we're going to, well, for starters, take on some fuel. Even though I don't really need it, it's a good practice to have. Then what we're going to do is bring up the multifunction panel. We're going to grab nav lights. They're going to be on. We're going to have cabin lights on. Beacons we will have on for now. GWPS callouts, cool. And we'll grab the landing lights, and logo lights can go on now. Landing lights can come on when we're taxiing, and strobes will go on when we enter the runway threshold. So what we're going to do is we're going to close the multifunction panel now. We're going to get the engines on. We're going to keep the brakes on for now. We're going to check behind us. Behind us is clear. Okay, engines are all warmed up, very nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect our brakes and we're going to reverse thrust it out. There we go. Brakes re-engaged. Okay, that's us away from the terminal now. So we'll grab our landing lights. They can go on. And then we shall bring it up to about 15 and disconnect the brakes. And off we go. We are headed to Clarence. So we'll have a look. When we're on the runway, which heading we need to fly and for how long. We're about to be flown over by an aardvark there. Very nice indeed. Okay, now we're up to a decent speed. We can drop it down to about 5. We want to keep about a ground speed of between 15 and 20 knots for world-class realism. Okay, we are headed away. He says, not sticking to his own rules. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oops. Why are these not coming on? Ah, there we go. Logo lights, can they come on please? And no, navs need to be on auto then. Beacons are on auto, that's fine. Okay, get rid of the MFD. Aardvark slow approach. Very nice. I'm going to turn that down. Okay, we're going to head onto the runway. We're going to bring up the MFD again and get ready for strobes. Anything on radar? No, we are clear to enter the runway. Anything held visually? No. Okay, so we can proceed onto the runway. Over the runway threshold, strobes can come on, he says. There we go. A little bit over the center line, but that's okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to apply full brakes. I'm going to pop into first person view, and with brakes engaged we're going to bring it up to about 60% to get us moving. Brakes disengaged, there we go. And we are rolling now. Very, very nice. Multifunction panel can come down. We're going to roll. Once we get to about 50 knots of speed, we're going to full pelt it. There's 45, there's 50, and off we go. So full throttle engaged. There is 100 and 110 rotation now. And we are away, ladies and gentlemen, departing Oton. That is positive rate and a gear up. We'll just increase our AOA a little bit, just so our little dude is in the middle there. Very nice. Okay, so we'll keep this heading until we're about 2,000 feet. Once we're at 2,000 feet, we're going to proceed to 340 degrees. And then we'll make a left 180 to meet the Clarence approach line. So there's 1,500, 1,700... There's 1900 there, and there's 2000. So we'll begin our turn to, what was it? 320. Oh, that's the wrong key. There we go. 320. Who's behind me? Sebastian. Oh, yeah, in the aardvark. Okay, there is... We're passing 10 degrees now. We're passing... There's north, so we still need to keep going till we're about 360. We can drop our AOA a little bit, and in actual fact we're at 4,500 feet, so we can keep there. And there is 320. We're a little bit over, but that's fine. It's not a massive issue. Okay, so we're coming down nice and slowly. So what we'll do is we'll drop our speed all the way down. I really wished I could keep about 250 in speed, but it matters not. Drop our speed right down till we get to about 250, and then we'll bring the speed back up again. There's 250, so we can bring it up to just above stall speed. 48 should suffice. Right, so the heading we need to fly now is... If I meet it there, that should be sufficient. So we'll go 185 for the next heading. So we'll turn away. I might be a bit delayed. Yeah, there's about 20 to 25 seconds of delay on the stream, and I don't know how to... oh, it's 185, isn't it? Yeah. And I don't know how to get rid of it, so I do apologise. Okay, there's 180. We can start levelling off. We're still at 4,400 feet, so what we'll do is we'll drop our speed down to just above stall speed, which is 30. And then we'll start descending. And this is where we're going to be heading for the next about 3 to 5 minutes, speed dependent. And that's where we're heading over there. So we'll be passing over Ocon. Speed's dropped off quite a bit, so we can sort of bring our nose up ever so slightly. There's another spotting at Udanya. Okay, where's that in relation to us? Where is Udanya? Not over there. Is it one of these? That's Umibitsu. Where's Udanya? Diana. Oh, is that over here? That sounds Russian. No. Well, we can head there afterwards. Might give them a visit. Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. Okay, we are still inbound to Clarence. Search for location. Oh, it's over here. somewhere. Ah, okay. Yeah, we can head there next if you so wish, if you feel so inclined. Okay, still keeping this heading. We can do a Kaibo spotting. Is Kaibo a separate airport? Kaibo Space Center? Okay, we don't want to drop too low, so we'll increase our speed slightly. Hello, XT. Very nice to see you again. We'll leave our altitude raising a little bit, but now what we can do is turn inbound to 095 degrees. Oh, shit. 095 degrees. Cobra's a nice place for spotting. Okay, well, we can head there. I'm guessing it's Kaibo Space Center. Is that the right one? Okay, passing 120. I've missed the turn-in point, but that's fine. 70 now, so we'll keep going in. Yes, yeah, we can head there. Not a worry at all. What we'll do is we'll land at Clarence. We'll do... what I'll do is I'll refuel and probably select a bigger aircraft. I'll be so real. And then we can head there. If that's what you guys want. Did you want to do... did you want to go just refuel at Clarence and then go straight to Kaibo? Is that something y'all want to do? Okay, we're going to level off here and start descending ever so slightly. And then when we meet the glide slope, we shall... okay, so... I don't want that. I want the ILS 6 right. ILS 6 right. There we go. Beautiful. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. We can do that. We're almost neck and neck with the... Clarence runway anyway, so we can turn inbound now. And I'm guessing it's this one we want. Yes, it is. Okay, so we won't start descending just yet until we're about 8 miles out, because we're at 2,000 feet anyway. And then once we're 3 miles out, we will lower the landing gear. And we shall head in to Le Terminal. Now this has been remodeled, so I have absolutely no idea where I'm going. So you'll have to bear with me. Okay, so there's 8.5 miles now. definitely got landing lights on. Yes, beacons are also on, that's fine. Okay, there's 8 miles now, so we can descend a little more. Bring it back to stall speed just so our AOA starts dropping off. Then we can raise the nose as required. I'm also looking at the PAPI lights there. Just, which are these bits here. I don't know if you can see them actually. It's those there, that's the PAPI lights. I need to make sure that I've got 2 white and 2 red. So where this little notch here is, for those that don't know, I know I'm probably teaching the majority of you to suck eggs, but as long as you've got 2 white PAPI lights and 2 red PAPI lights, you're fine. Where this is will be where you land. If you've got more white than red, you need to check your height because you're too high. If you've got more red than you do white, you need to raise your AOA because you're too low. So this is what I'm just focusing on here. We're at 5 miles now. So we're still plodding along quite happily. I am sure enough that the PAPI lights aren't going to change a great deal before I get down. There's 1,000 feet. We are 138 speed over 700 feet with 4 miles to run. PAPI lights are still red on white, so I'm fine. There is 3.5 now. Three and a quarter, so we can start dropping our gear now, just to double check. Yeah, gear is down and locked. PAPI lights remain white on red. I am happy to continue. 400. It's 400 feet, continue. Runway is also clear visually and nothing held by radar. 200, continue. Okay, we are going to do this landing. I'm not going around.
100. 50. 40.
And there's 50 feet. We're going to flare.
20.
Bit of a float. There's 10 feet. And we're down. So we'll full brakes it. Bring the nose down nicely and then full reverse thrust as well. Oh shit. There is 60 knots, take off, reverse thrust. And we can exit right here. Very nice indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Clarence International Airport. We'll keep our speed at about 10%. And over the runway threshold, we'll bring the MFD back in. We will turn strobes off. Landing lights can stay on for now just because we don't have taxi lights. And we'll stay to the right here. We'll bring it down to about 5%. There we go. So MFD can come off. Now, where should we go? There's a lot of smally jets in here, so I might just bomb it across here in a second. How's this guy not lagging in the slightest? Man has a NASA supercomputer. I actually don't have an amazing computer. It was £400 from Facebook Marketplace. I am rather happy with it. So what we'll do is we'll plonk ourselves just alongside this 737 here. So what we'll do is we'll drop the speed right down to about 2%, bring up the MFD, logo lights can come off, landing lights can come off, and we'll turn inbound, drop it to 1%. give it a little bit of juice. There we go. Very nice centre line on the gate line there. Drop it back down to about 1%. And we want this first notch, so we'll brake a little bit, not that much. And we want this one here. Nice! And we can turn our engines off, beacons can come off, cabins can come off. And once the speed drops completely, I can keep brakes on and turn MFD off. Actually, I can turn the GPWS callouts off as well. Turn those off. Well, refuel, because why not? And then what we'll do is, where is it we're heading again? It was, hang on, I'll have to scroll up a little bit. Kaibo. Transport to Kaibo Space Center, 158 miles. We should be able to make that. If not, it's fine. We all die horrible deaths. So we're going to begin. Okay, transport your vehicle to Kaibo Space Center safely. We are fully refueled. So what we're going to do is keep brakes on. We're going to turn GPWS. No. Are we going to... Okay, well... Where are you wanting to go? Because I thought we said Kaibo. Kaibo is a nice place for spotting. I mean, we can do a Kaibo spotting. Swag. So we need to make a decision, ladies and gentlemen. Tell you what, I'll go make a tea, and then when I come back, hopefully people would have made a decision. If nobody makes a decision, we'll head to Uda. Yeah, we'll head to Uda if nobody makes a decision. So pop it in the chat where you want to go for the next plane spotting. Yeah, I'm going to go make a tea, have a discussion in the comments, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to a decision. We are headed to Udyanapura International Airport. Didn't realise it was Singapore's National Day tomorrow, which is a nice surprise. So what we shall do is we got our navs, we got our logos, and we got our cabin lights on. Condition of the aircraft isn't great, but it's manageable. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick our beacons on because we're going to grab our engines. I now have a replenished Yorkshire tea. Very nice. So engines are engaged, so brakes can come off and reverse thrust can be engaged. We're going to go to the left here, or to the right, sorry. Nice. Engage our brakes. Cool. Right, and then we're going to grab 10%. Grab our MFD. We're going to throw... everything's actually on, but landing lights can come on. There we go. Very nice. We're going to grab... Oh, this does have a decent interior. Cool. Okay, right. Let's turn our brakes off. And we will make a move. I don't actually know where to go in this airport, only because it looks like the track follows this, but clearly it fucking doesn't, because another A350 is there. So we'll pop here. Okay. So we're going to head out on the same runway we came in, runway 06, right. Only because it's just easier to get to. I think that's 06, right? Is it 06, right? Yes, it is. Okay, we need to keep our speed lower, so we'll drop it down to 5, and we shall pop around here. Cool. Right, which way does that go? That goes all the way in. So, now that we're just sort of chilling, what we'll do is we're going to take off runway 06 right. What we're going to do is we're going to keep our runway heading until at or above 3,000 feet. At that point, we're going to come to 180 degrees. We're going to keep that track until we're almost level with Norman. Once we're level with Norman, we'll turn on our inbound leg to Udyanapura International. And once we're there, we're going to be landing on 36. Was it center or okay? I'll take center. 36 center. Okay, that was the ILS runway 36 center. This one here, so we'll be coming in. No, it's not 36. It is 180. I thought it was. We're going to take 18 center. Straight down the middle, very, very nice, and this will be our final heading there, where we'll go in for the ILS runway 18 center. So we're going to just make sure we keep this track. We should make it on the fuel. If not, I mean, it's a big problem. So what we'll do is we'll boss our left onto that other taxiway there, and then we'll head outbound. Such as this. And then we'll head down here. It's quite quiet. Did I turn the music off? I did turn the music off, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Nothing held visually. And once Clarence loads, where are we? Yeah, nothing held visually and nothing held by radar, so we are good to proceed straight outbound, I think. Okay, so we'll head in here. We'll drop that down to about 3%. And head outbound. Still nothing held visually and still nothing held by radar, so we're good to proceed onto the runway. Strobes can come on now. I said strobes can come on now. Yep, cool. Okay, so we got everything on and we can head straight out. So once again, we're going to proceed onto the runway. And then once we're on the runway like that, full brakes can be applied. There we go. We'll go first person and we'll bring our throttle up to about 60%. Once they're very nicely warmed up, we can release our brakes. We can get moving. Once again at 50 knots, full power. Did I turn enhanced GPWS callouts on? No, I didn't. That's fine. They're on now. There's 50, so we can go full whack. There's 100. There's 130. There's 140. We'll do a V1 and we'll do a rotate. And there we are. We are departing Clarence International. That is a positive rate and a gear up. There we go. Very nice. And we're going to keep this heading until we're at about 3,000 feet. There is 1,500 there. Cruising altitude for this flight is about 32 to 36,000 feet. By the way, there's 3,000, so we're going to turn to the right and we're going to maintain a heading of 180 until we're level with Norman. So probably about, where is Norman from here? It's there. So we're going to be traveling that for about 5 minutes. Ease on the old turn there. There's 165. 170 we're going to ease off, and there is 180. So we're going to level off. Very, very nice. We're going to keep this AOA. Then once we get to about 10,000 feet, we're going to shut off our landing lights. So we'll bring that multifunction panel back up. We'll head back over. And then 10,000, we're going to turn off our landing lights. And to be fair, our cabin lights, because what is the time? I don't know. It doesn't tell me. Does it tell me? No, I don't think it does. Ah, there is 10,000. So Landings can come off. I think I'm positive that was some form of you can take your seatbelts off now. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to lower our AOA slightly because we are quite high. There we go. Nice, okay. So, get neck and neck with Norman, turn inbound, and we'll grab our next... we'll grab our next heading to fly once we're neck and neck with Norman. There's 15,000. We're popping through the clouds now. Approaching 20,000, so still not quite our service ceiling. Okay, so who else is watching the live? Who's flying now? Is that us level with Norman? As good as, so we'll pop to, we'll turn heading 252. We can turn off our MFD there. So 252 is our next heading to fly. There's 252 there, so we can... you're already there. Jesus, that was quick. Right, level off here. Very nice, then we'll just use a little bit of rudder to bring us back on track for 252. There we go. Okay, so we're at 24,000 now. Still climbing. We can turn our cabin lights off so people can get a semi-decent night's sleep before it gets day time. We'll drop our speed again because I kind of want to keep it sub 300. There you go, 260 will do quite nicely. Could probably ease off a little bit once we get to 3,000. Never mind, we need to increase speed because we're going to stall. And we are approaching our cruising altitude, so we can level off here. We'll increase speed a little bit so I don't drop out of the sky like a stone. There we go, we can level off now. Very nice indeed. Okay, so we got 90 miles to run. We've got about 30 miles before we need to start descending. And then once we start descending, that'll be us. Okay. Still got a fair while to run, so does anybody in chat play Stormworks? Because I wouldn't mind streaming some of my warships. Or like streaming a build. I build, I don't know, a ship that the community wouldn't mind seeing. I don't know. It's up to you. What do you guys want to see on the channel? Oh, it's a good cup of tea. Still got 70 miles to run, so we've got a fair while. This is an absolutely gorgeous aircraft as well. Sometimes I do forget that this is Roblox. Okay, that's 65 miles. We can probably leave it a little bit longer, to be fair. Are you still waiting at Ogiana? There's something else there as well. What is that? It's a 7.4. Okay, we are now approaching 50 miles. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop our speed to just above stalling speed and raise the AOA slightly. We're going to let the plane descend all on its own. Okay, so we're now above stall speed, so we drop it down a little bit more. There we go. Very nice. We are now dropping like a stone. Which is, that's, I'm assuming that's 36 right, isn't it? Is that 36 right? Okay, so we've dropped above stall speed again, so we'll drop it down more. And this should be where we stay for now. Nice. Okay, so we can start our approach. So we need the ILS for runway ILS runway 18 Charlie. So that one, oh no, I've just deselected it. 18 Charlie there. Land at 18 Charlie, yeah. Okay, right. So we'll make straight in. 418 centre. Head to the terminal. We'll go for another short little break. And then we shall resume spotting. Okay, this will be us for a little while. Anybody who is in the Aeronautica Discord, I might pop into VC1, the voice channel 1. So anybody has any questions, then feel free to ask me. But I think it will be nice to get in touch with some of the community. Turn it up a little bit. Okay, so we are still very much inbound. We've got about 5 minutes to run. Still on the right track, I think. We might be a little bit out, but that's fine. Got a mod in there so there's no tomfoolery. Yeah, absolutely. Because I've had this with quite a few of my plane spotting videos. There's people just spawn. One of my plane spotting videos, we were at Oconee and I didn't realise that the island was hollow underneath. So it was literally just like resting on the ocean. So somebody got a submarine, or a ship or whatever it was, and swam or sailed it underneath the island, and was tuning into my stream. So of course, when I started speaking, there was an almighty like ship horn, and as you can imagine, I was most unimpressed. But yeah, hopefully, we shall see. Okay, so we've got 20 miles to run. Just passing 20,000 feet, so we can drop it a little bit more, just because I am quite conscious of our height to distance ratio. I've been asked to spot. Okay, right. Still incoming. We have 17 miles to run now, passing 17,000 feet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my AOA slightly. And then what we'll do is we'll prep the aircraft for landing. So cabin lights can come back on. Landing lights won't come on until we're below 10,000. Brakes don't need to be on just yet. ILS has been selected. We are free to continue inbound. What I might have to do is make a right 360 and then turn inbound just to bleed off some of this altitude. Okay, so I have a request. So I've been asked to keep the airline spotting at Aeronautica at like pre-2010s basically, so 2000s, 2001 era airliners. So your A318s, A319s, A320s, 747-400 specifically. I'm pretty sure the DC-10 and or MD-11 was still in service at that point. So if you can keep to something pre 2000 basically, so maybe 767. So basically no A380s, no A350s, no A330 Neos. A340s will be a good one. If you can. I personally don't mind. But obviously people are trying to get screenshots, and if somebody's cruising around in a, you know, in a supersonic modern airliner or an A350, it just sort of ruins the shot. So please, for those that are in the chat, keep it respectful. You know, don't go and photobomb loads of people just because you can. Once I'm at the A350, yeah, once I'm at the A350, I will stay as the Aeronautican, and we'll just we'll take it as it comes. Okay, I think other than that, what we'll do is we'll wait till we're neck and neck with the runway track, and we'll make a right 360 to get rid of some of this altitude. Okay. Right, we're over the runway now, so what we'll do is we'll make a right 360. We'll just keep it nice and slow. And then we'll make inbound. So we're approaching 10,000 now, so we'll get our landing lights ready to turn on. Excuse me. Okay, well, brilliant. That's the entirety of Aeronautica gone. Nobody is left alive. What bomb was that? I'll be so honest, that was such a cool picture. Okay, to be fair, what is going on there? What is that? Is that the shockwave? What we'll do is we're passing or approaching the passing of 11,000, so we'll throw our landing lights on. GPWS callouts are on, and that should be fine. Everything should be okay. We're still going strong with this right 360. What I might have to do is, what I might have to do is, I'm going to have to do is 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 I'm do a left sort of 270 and come in that way, because I don't think we're going to bleed enough altitude. No, in fact, I know we're not. We're also being intercepted by another F-111 there. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll level off for a little bit. We'll do a left turn to get back on track for the ILS. Actually, we might make it, to be fair. Yeah, we might make it. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. So we'll turn inbound. We're probably not going to get the beginning of the ILS track now. However, what I'll do is I'll lower our AOA a little bit more. We'll keep above stall speed. Same F111. Oh, it's you, Seb, is it? Nice. No, we'll have to make another right 360. So we'll keep going round. We'll do another circuit, and then we'll head inbound. We should have bled off enough altitude by that point. I sort of want to be about 5,000, 4,500, 5,000 feet. F111 below me now. Okay, still heading round. I reckon we'll make the 5,000 foot ceiling. Can you still hear me alright, can you? Is my mic at a decent distance? It's not too far away? That's the runway we want there. I think. Is it? I can't see the runway. I think that's it. Yeah, the PAPI lights are there. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll drop our AOA a little bit. Mic works fine. Sweet. Drop our AOA a little bit more just so we make that 5,000 ceiling. Let's increase our turn a little bit, because I kind of want to clip the outside of this ILS. My stall speed is crazy, SMH. Where are you? Is that you there? Yes. It's a decent little thumbnail, that. Okay, so turning inbound now on the final. We're there for a super long final now. We are crossing 5,000, so what we'll do is we'll level off a little bit here until we begin our glide slope track. And then we'll head back inbound. So we'll go right the way through, behind you, yeah, seen. We'll go right the way through, grab the ILS approach 418 center. Hopefully we'll get a few pictures sent into the Discord. And we'll do it that way. So this is us coming in now. So we'll drop our AOA a little bit more just so we can keep the there we go. Let's increase our turn now. And there is the runway there. I can see it. Increase our rate of turn a little bit more. And there we are. We are neck and neck with the runway, ladies and gentlemen, making for a nice little approach into Udyanapara. We'll just give our Give our rudder a little press there. Okay, so where are we? We are too high, so I need to come down more. Once the PAPI lights give us 2 red, 2 white, I will be happy to continue the approach. However, for now, they're giving me 1 red, 3 white. Let me bring the CDI up. So we need to come down quite a substantial amount, actually, don't we? There we go. Okay, so once the cross is in the ball, we can make our way in. We've got 6 miles to run, 174 knots at 2,200 feet. Need to drop the speed a little bit more just so I can keep my AOA down. When did I put my gear down? Oops, that's not going to look good. Okay, still coming in. We are still too high. Is that the red on white? Yes, it is. So let's increase our AOA more, increase our speed more.
1,000.
There's 1,000. I am happy to continue. Gear is already down. I don't know when I did it. Let's engage the brakes. Oh shit, what was that? What happened there? Okay, let's engage the brakes. We are doing a very nice cross check now. And that is us coming in to
500.
Aeronautica. Still a little bit of ways away.
400.
There's 400. Let's decrease speed.
300.
There's 300. I'm happy to continue. Raise our AOA slightly.
200.
There we go.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Nice. Okay. Never mind. I was going to run you through it, but we slammed. So that's good. Let's get rid of the MFD. There is 70 knots. There's 60 knots. We'll take off the reverse thrust and just engage the brakes. Increase our throttle just so we can maintain that speed. And then we'll come off here, I think. Let's bring up the MFD again, get ready to turn off the strobes. That was a pretty naff landing, I'll be so honest. Not my finest work. Let's keep the speed down. Okay, the strobes can come off now. And you know what, we'll plonk ourselves right here. Actually, no, we will go into the other one over there. That A380 is rolling. Nice. We're gonna pop left here. And we'll make our way into the terminal. In fact, we can probably turn our landing lights off now as well. And look here, there is a beautiful spot ready for us. Let's drop it down to 3%. And leave everything off there. And there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Aeronautica. Let's turn the engines off, wait for that to drop off. Brakes are engaged, which means cabins can come off, logos can come off, navs and beacons can come off, and navs can stay on. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to a little intermission. I'm going to grab my little fella, my little Aeronautican. We're going to pop ourselves there, probably over on the other slipway there, and we're going to plane spot. So I shall see you in a second, and I'll see you back here. Okay, how are we? How are we? I am on runway 18 Charlie. The action is kicking off here at Aeronautica. A lot is happening. I'm being buzzed by an aardvark. So, stuff coming in, stuff going out. I can't move my mouse. Okay, so we have a Singapore Airlines 787-10 Dreamliner. Jewel of the Skies, Minty Fresh Oreo. Is holding short runway 18 center. A lot coming in. A380 coming in. What else we got? Singapore Airlines 787. We have, what in God's holy name is that? I don't know. We got a F-22 Raptor, another mystery stealth aircraft. We've got an A340, 400 or 500, A350 1000, another A350 900 there. We've got an A340 600 there. Yeah, a lot happening, ladies and gentlemen. A lot is happening. Let's grab a glimpse of this incoming 380. More staff vehicles. Yeah, no kidding. A lot is happening here. A380 coming in very, very nicely. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Perfect landing. Perfect landing. I didn't grab a glimpse of those puppy lights there. Very, very nice landing. Very, very nice landing indeed. That Singapore Airlines 787-10 Dreamliner Jewel of the Skies is headed outbound now. Crossing the runway threshold to 18 center. Skill Issue Airlines is back. A very prominent figure in the House of Warfare channel plane spotting. Is that an immediate rolling from the 78? I don't think it is, because that A380 is still on the runway. No, he is lining up and waiting, that 787 there. A pushback from the 340 there. 350 proceeding to the terminal. A380 is coming off the runway now, and the 78 should be rolling any minute. Is anything coming in visually? Yes. I can't tell what that is just yet, but I'm sure it will reveal itself soon. Is that 78 rolling yet? No. Oh, that's an engine startup. Is that the aardvark? I think it might be. Okay, rolling on the 787 here at Aeronautica. Runway 18 center. Still rolling. Very nice centre line there from the Singapore Airlines 78. And there we go. Very prompt liftoff from the 7810 there. Very, very nice. That's a positive rate and a gear up, maybe? No. There's the gear up. Nice. Okay. So the aardvark has proceeded back to its holding point. Skill Issue Airlines is back at the terminal, and the 340 has completed its pushback. The 380 there is proceeding to the terminal. What is this coming in? I still can't quite tell. not much else is happening for now. That 340 there is taxiing now. Another thing coming there. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Get rid of that. Nice. Okay. What else is coming in? I can hear stuff. I can hear it. But I can't see it. Can I see what that is yet? Is that even coming in? I think it is, but I just can't see what it is. Nothing going outbound yet, unfortunately. That 340 is inbound. Can hear another airline whirring. Can I see you now? Still no. The A340. .340 is proceeding to the active. Still no idea what this is. Probably won't for a little while. This A340 should hold short for now. But we shall see. Yeah, Air Jamaica A340 is holding short, runway 18 centre for, I'm assuming, this aircraft, which I still can't see. Must be a bit of a ways out. A330 300. Some more aircraft coming in. There's a 787-9 maybe? Scoot Airlines? Yes. Oh no, 787-8 is leaving us. There we go. Very nice indeed. Everything's holding short for this A330-300 coming in. Scoot 788 holding short behind the Air Jamaica A340-200. A330 coming in still quite nicely. Singapore Airlines. Very nice landing there from the Singapore 330. Oh, bit of a bounce there. What happened there? And a slam on the main gear. Well, it was a very good landing up to that point. I'd give it a solid 6.5, 7 out of 10 maybe. Okay, rolling on, or sorry, approaching the runway now from the 340. Cathay Pacific 787-10. Or is that a 9? No, that's a 10. That's definitely a 10. Yeah, 10. And then an A350 there. Radiant. There's an A350-900. I think. The 340 is still waiting to take off, waiting for that 330 there to vacate, which is now, I think, yes. What else have we got? Some fighter jets there, an A320, I think, no, that's AI. And Skill Issue Airlines A350-1000 has completed its pushback and is now headed outbound. Is that rolling on the 340 now? I can't tell. Yeah, rolling on the 340 now. Excuse me. Rotation from the 340 and away it goes. A little wave off from the wings there. Little bit of a shallow AOA there from the 340. The Cathay Pacific, is that waiting for something to come in? No, so it can move up maybe. No, is it waiting for somebody? There's nothing coming in. Something on the other side? No. What is that? Oh, DC-10. I don't know what this 7.8's waiting for. Skill Issue Airlines, Radiant 350, and Cathay Pacific 7810. There we go. Cathay Pacific 78-10 is headed onto runway 18 center here at Aeronautica. Just lining up and waiting there. Radiant A350-900 and Skill Issue Airlines 350-1000, both holding short runway 18 center. Rolling, no, not rolling, never mind. Also, I can't see if it has its strobe lights on. Okay, rolling now on the 7810. And a line up and wait from the 350-900 there. And a rotation from the 7810. Very nice. And an immediate roll from the 350-900 there. Leaving absolutely no time for the 787 to climb. Skill Issue Airlines 350-1000 is maybe proceeding onto the runway, might be holding short. Roll a rotation from the 350-900 there. 350-1000 proceeding on to runway 18 center. Nothing inbound. Unless that's something there. Doesn't look like it's inbound. And we also have a K700. Oh, K500. Very nice. I would very much like one of these. However, I seem to have missed the cutoff. But very nice nonetheless. 350-1000 proceeding outbound now, followed by the K500. We also have an Airbus A330 3 or 400 Spirit of Australia. We doesn't look like we have anything else headed out. Skill Issue Airlines turning onto the departure runway now. An immediate roll from the 350-1000 now. Rolling on runway 18 center. Followed by the Kanamori K500. Is that Toasted Waffles? Yes, it is. Toasted Waffle is back. Still rolling the 350-1000 there. K500 is holding short. A very steep rotation there from the 350. Followed by a gear up. Very, very nice. The Malaysia Airlines K500 now moving on to the active, followed shortly by the 330-300 Qantas. I don't know where it's going. No, it's coming to this slipway, okay. I do apologise, K500, your shot has just been... Oh, never mind. K500 proceeding onto the runway now. Still holding on the K500. Still nothing on the inbound leg. Rolling on the K500 now. Nice slow initial roll from the K500. A330 here, holding short runway 18 center. A nice rotation from the K500. Very nice rotation from the K500. And shot blocked by the 330 there. K500 has levelled off, but is now turning outbound. Very, very nice indeed. The 330 also heading on the outbound, runway 18 center for an immediate takeoff. And off it goes. A rotation from the 330 there. Very, very nice indeed. Followed by gear up. Very nice indeed. I believe that's the K500 up there. F22 still at the stands. And an Avro Vulcan. Hell yes. I did wonder if this was going to make an appearance today, and it has. My absolute all-time favourite aircraft joining us today. What is this? That is an Apache. Is it a longbow? No, yes it is a longbow. Proceeding to 18 center, for a takeoff. Oh, something's gone wrong over there. Most certainly has. Yeah, the Apache Longbow proceeding outbound now, followed by the Avro Vulcan. And then I believe it... Oh, it was being followed by something. Yeah. Followed by the 747-400. Singapore Airlines Cargo 747-400F. Something is coming in over there. Apache Longbow is still waiting. I don't know what the Apache's doing. The Vulcan is holding short. The F-22 looks like it's coming out also. And the Singapore Airlines Cargo 744F over there. That looks like something big. I don't quite know what that is. What is that? That's the K500. A 737-8 is inbound. Very nice indeed. The Apache Longbow has flown off, has taken off. The Hawker Siddeley Vulcan is now outbound. I'm going to turn my volume up because this is my all-time favourite aircraft and I would very much like you all to hear it. And there it goes. Off to go and decimate a runway in the middle of nowhere, I would imagine. Very nice indeed. Thank you very much for that. The Singapore Airlines Cargo 744 F is holding short. I believe he is... I've just started that. Okay, I believe he is waiting on this 737 coming in. Still can't be seen, so he has got time. But I believe he's going to hold short. It's a 737. Is it a MAX? Yes, it is. A MAX 8. Nice. Looks like the Apache I work with. Yeah. Don't know what that is coming in. Is that a... Judging by the tail, tail lights, kind of looks like it's a 787 of some description. Oh, no, I lied. It's just the 737 from before. Okay, 737 MAX 8 Silk Air is holding short, runway 18 centre alongside the 747 400F. We also have something, that's the K500 737 inbound. Little bit of lag my end, that's fine. The K500 is also back inbound. Very nice landing there from the Star Alliance 737. Very nice indeed. K500 back inbound now. Negative landing gear. K500 still inbound. The landing gear looks like it's down now. Yes, it is. Very nice from the K500 there. Very nice indeed. I believe that should be either the 7.3 or the 7.4 headed onto the runway. One of them should be. Seven four is now headed onto the departure runway here at Udyanapara. Very nice livery there from the 744. Going to do a flyover and then come back to land. Okay, sweet. What is it you're in? Oh, is that the Apache? Yes. Vulcan also coming back. I'm assuming it's the Vulcan that's going to do the flyover. Maybe. Who knows? Oh, I've bugged myself here. There we go. Okay, 744 off it goes. Still rolling on the 7.4. Very nice rotation from the 744F there. Very nice indeed. I can't tell what that is. No, it's an Airbus for sure. That might be a A340 maybe. A340 it most certainly is. Okay, so AH-64D going overhead now. Followed maybe by the Vulcan. Is that the Vulcan up there? Yes, it is. AH-64 has landed on the runway. A340, oh, excuse me. A340 headed outbound. Oh, that was the Vulcan. Yeah, there it is. Lovely jubbly. Very, very nice indeed from the Vulcan. AH-64 obstructing the runway currently. Still waiting for the A340 to depart. Still waiting on the 340. Something flying overhead. Where are you landing? TU-144 landing on the taxiway currently. And rolling on the 340. Rotation 340 there. Very nice. Gear up, mayhaps. Gear is still down on the 340. And the 737 MAX. Oh, I'm being said hello to. The 737 is now proceeding onto runway 18 center. The TU-144 proceeding outbound from the taxiway, and an F-15 also outbound. 73 is lining up and waiting, it looks like. Just waiting on the 737 to roll. My head's currently being cut off by the Apache there. And an F-15 proceeding overhead. Nice. Rolling on the 7-3. Okay, I think that just about covers it for the stream today. Nothing is inbound, nothing is outbound, so it's a very, very good place to end the stream. With that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to my first stream back in a while. That's F-15 there landing on the grass. There will be another stream next week, if not beforehand. However, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. Again, thank you very much for tuning in. If you do have any suggestions for the channel, then leave them in the comments. If not, my Discord should be available. I can't remember if I put it in the description of the video or not, of the live stream or not. But thank you very much for tuning in. Love yous all lots. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week. And I shall see yous all in the next stream. Catch yous in a bit.